This is the Reds POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Cincinnati Reds. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Good evening, Reds fans, and welcome to another edition of the POSTCAST brought to you by Locked On Reds and the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. I'm Tim Daniel, lifelong Reds fan, and I want to thank you for spending some time with me as we discuss the Cincinnati Reds' epic comeback tonight against the Kansas City Royals 4-3. On tonight's show, we're going to discuss what in the world just happened. They haven't won a game like that all year. Spencer Steer has 2 big home runs, and Andrew Abbott battles in a kind of impressive performance considering how bad his 4th inning was. All of that and a whole lot more. What in the world's going on with my system? Whatever. Let's go ahead and get started.
This is what you'll be talking about.
How did I win that game? They had no business winning that game, and I'm so glad they did. That is a game that sparks a rally. That is a game that sparks a shriek. That is a game that they had zero business winning, and they found a way to win. And look, the chat's blowing up right now. Great comeback. Spencer Steer's a dog. Big time Brock. Steer and Dunn co-players of the games. That was fun. Needed that in the worst way. You're all 100% right. Mashed potatoes, that makes me laugh. That felt good because, right, we haven't had a day we could feel good about the Reds. Really, I mean, I know they won Sunday, but Elly gets hurt. So you're like, and then they have a night like tonight where like they have a night like yesterday where it's just horrendous. You were destined to lose, like I talked about. And then you go out there today and the game starts as bad as it can, right? Kansas City puts 3 on the board before you even get a run. And you find a way to come back. I mean, Spencer Steer kept them in the game. It's 3-0. He hits a solo shot. It's their one hit they have for a long time. Because what's his face for Kansas City, their starting pitcher? Cameron was unbelievable. Noah Cameron was unbelievable. I had to look him up for a second. And it was just one of those games where, Noah Cameron's dominating them, and they're trying to figure out how they can get in this. He gives up 1 hit the whole game. He has 8 strikeouts. The 1 hit, of course, is Spencer Steer's homer, which we're going to get to here in a second. But to see them battle back down 3 runs, and Spencer Steer has 2 home runs. It's 3-2 in the 8th inning, and you're like, okay, cool. Like maybe we have a chance. We're within 1. We just got to make something happen. And Will Benson comes in the 9th inning, gets a bomb. Pulls one to right field, right there in the sun moon deck, right next to the bullpen, 3-3. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. I felt like they were just like, I was like, okay, they're going to win this one. They're going to win this game. And of course, doesn't go their way for a little bit. We get to the 9th inning, and TJ Friedel can't lay down a bunt, and you're like, here we go. Here we go again. And Blake Dunn gets his 2nd walk-off hit of the season already. And it's so funny because if you're listening to the broadcast, Sadek's talking about, he's like, he's first time in a while, he's not hitting leadoff. His production has gone down, and he gets that hit. And man, that's just so unbelievable. That is a win that the Reds needed. Everyone in the chat's talking about, man, we needed that. I agree. I absolutely agree. Probably my favorite one of the season so far. You're down 3-0. You find a way to win. Andrew Abbott looks like he's not going to get through the 4th inning. He finds a way to go 6. The bullpen locks it down. TJ Antone goes out there and has a really good inning. Sam Moll goes out there and has a really good inning. Zach Maxwell goes out there and has a really good inning. Okay. I mean, you have to win if Big Sugar goes out there and gives the thumbs down and takes care of business. And then Brock Burke in the 10th. Holy moly, has that walk on Bobby Witt, and I'm scared. We're all scared because they haven't been able to win games lately, and Brock Burke just shuts it down. And here's the thing. I love when relievers show emotion. I think it's so fun when they go out there and they know they did their job, and they take care of business, and they shut it down, and they come off the pen, and they scream, and they yell, and they're just so fired up. Nothing like it. Absolutely nothing like it. So an unreal win tonight for the Redlegs. I can't wait to hear Jeff and Steve talk about this one because they're in a good mood. Jeff was actually in attendance at the game tonight, so I'm sure he really enjoyed that. And let's get to our Locked On Player of the Game.
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
Look, I understand that you could probably have 3 or 4 guys for this. Brock Burke gets everyone's talking about in the chat now. Gets the crowd pizza. Blake Dunn has the game-winning hit, but the Reds don't win that game without Spencer Steer hitting 2 home runs and having the game-winning run in the 10th. It was just his game. I can't believe the heater he's on. I mean, when I worked at Late Night Reds with Ben, we just used to always say, professional hitter Spencer Steer, and it looked pretty bad there last year, but he's been unbelievable. I mean, I don't know what more you can ask from him right now. He's just been the best. So to see him go out there, take care of business like that for the Reds, keep them alive in this game, and help them on this big comeback with 2 solo shots. Was their offense the first 8 innings of the game? Man, had a chance to win the 9th. I know he struck out, but that's just one of those performances that I think he's going to remember for a long time. We're going to remember for a long time. Gave them a chance. I mean, literally kept them in this game, gave them an absolute big win. And look, there are guys certainly deserving. Anyone who pitched out of the bullpen tonight deserves to have this conversation. Even Andrew Abbott, who we're going to talk about in the final segment of the show, gives a point. Gets a point. And I really like that everyone's talking about the Tarps Off crew was what won the game for the Reds. I guess I watch baseball. I watch a lot of baseball, but when you have to cover one team every single night, it's hard to see what else is going on. So when everyone's like, oh yeah, the Tarps Off crew, I was like, what is that? Now I know. And I really love 3-2-1 Tuesday, man. I really just love seeing the crowd full. It's just nice because this is a team that absolutely needs it. Absolutely needs it. So, this is a series you really can't afford to lose. You're the significantly better team, right? I mean, this Royals team isn't very good. And I understand they have Bobby Witt Jr., who is incredible and has done a lot of amazing things in baseball. I get that they have Salvador Perez, who's going to go to Cooperstown. Jack Caglione is awesome. He's going to be a really good Major League Baseball player for a long time. But they needed that one. They found a way to win that game without Elly De La Cruz. Matt McClain still gives them nothing in another game. Edwin Arroyo, you can see he's learning Major League pitching on the fly. I think he's going to be just fine. I have no worries about him whatsoever. Terry Francona takes the risk of batting TJ Friedel to go out there and bunt over Tyler and to take Tyler Stevens' spot in the batting order. And they still find a way to win this one, even though Friedel can't put a bunt down and strikes out. That was a very much an emotional roller coaster game. And shout out the Cincinnati Redlegs for pulling that one off. And shout out Andrew Abbott, because things did not look very good there for a while. And he found a way to collect himself. So we got to talk about that right after this. But first, we got to talk about our friends over at 5 Hour Energy. If you've got a sweet tooth like I do, and don't I have a sweet tooth? You know how tough it is to find that perfect treat without all the sugar. That's why Cotton Candy 5 Hour Energy Shot brings that nostalgic flavor back in a whole new way. This is that classic cotton candy taste you remember, but with a tasty caffeine boost and 0 sugar. It's a quick, easy way to satisfy that sweet craving while keeping things simple and on the go. I've always loved cotton candy, but I can't be eating sweets all day, so this is that perfect alternative. The flavor really does bring back that throwback fruity vanilla vibe, and it's surprisingly smooth. I like how convenient it is too. Just a small portable shot I can grab whenever I need a little pick-me-up. It's become my go-to and I want something sweet without going overboard. Bring on the sweetness with Cotton Candy 5 Hour Energy Shots, available now at 5hourenergy.com or on Amazon. I want to thank you all so much for spending some time with me here on the Postcast each and every night. And the bad and things like tonight, the good. Also, be sure to stay tuned here on Locked On Reds for your podcast app of choice or here on YouTube. So you not only get me after every single Reds game, but you get Jeff and Steve Monday through Friday on Locked On Reds as well. And don't forget about the Everydayer Club. Go to lockedonreds.supercast.com. It's $5 a month or $50 a year. And you get access to our ad-free episodes of Locked On Reds, me, Jeff and Steve. Also have our Discord chat. If you want to check me out on Locked On Cavs, I'm over there as well. It's a lot of fun. It's a great place to be, and we love talking baseball with you. Let's get to Andrew Abbott, who I think has a case to be one of the two X factors tonight.
It's time to reveal who made the biggest under-the-radar impact with today's X Factor.
Pierre says cotton candy Jelly Bellies are the best. I'm a big Jelly Belly guy. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. Anything, I probably eat more candy than I should, but let's get to Andrew Abbott. Otherwise, we're going to be having a whole other podcast. Andrew Abbott today. So let's go back to the fourth inning. He's given up 3 runs, and it's not looking good, right? His pitch count is way up. I'm listening to the radio broadcast while I'm putting my daughter down for bed, and Tommy and Cowboy are talking like, yeah, he's not. They're going to pull him. And he finds a way to settle down in the 5th and 6th. This is why he's a former All-Star, right? This is why when they needed an ace was they were going through all these problems, and he's really found a way to step up. Was it his best performance? Not even close. Actually, Johnny says that as soon as I say it. But did he find a way to be competitive and give the Reds a chance? Yes. Even he has a 1-2-3 inning, he still seemed like shaking his head walking off the mound like, that was terrible by me. I just can't believe that he found a way to stay in this game and get the job done. That's like gritty. And that's the kind of guy you need in games like this. It's like, look, I didn't have my best first couple innings. I got to find a way to settle down. And he does. I mean, that Royo has a chance to have a double play. Doesn't get it. And that leads to a run. Yeah. Just a really nice performance for him. And then, like I said earlier, let's talk about the bullpen for a second. I know I touched on it for a bit, but TJ Antone, man, like seeing him be back on I say this all the time, right? Just seeing him back on a major league mound is a win in and of itself. But contributing when they have nothing with this bullpen right now makes it even better. Goes out there tonight, gets 2 strikeouts, has a walk on a really, really close game, on a really, really close pitch. But, just still finding a way to compete. And, he's in a 3-0 game. He finds a way to keep it going. Sam Moll comes out there, and he's just been so solid all year, and he continues to be solid. I mean, tonight gives him 2 strikeouts in an inning as well. I really think he's just been really good for this team. And, another guy that when you talk about this bullpen who can't seem to put it together, it's getting them good outing just about every night that he's pitched. Zach Maxwell's a surprise, obviously. They make those transactions today where they, the revolving door, as I call it, with the bullpen of this guy gets brought up, DFA, they bring this guy up, DFA. This, there's that Homer Simpson's dad in The Simpsons. There's that gift that you always see where he like walks in, is whistling, puts his hat up, turns around real quick, grabs his hat, puts it on, and leaves. That's the Reds bullpen with all these transactions right now. But Maxwell goes out there and has a really good inning. Here's the other thing that's really blows me away. It's something to note that every bullpen guy who pitched tonight gave up a walk and got through it. Faced adversity and got through it. This is the Reds bullpen we're talking about. When they face adversity, normally they lose the game. Tonight, those guys collected themselves after they had walks and they got the big outs, and Brock Burke goes out there and delivers the biggest outs of the game. While they're trying to figure out the bullpen guys that can fit, this has been really nice to see those guys step up and give a game like this. Johnny says it here. Hopefully that's a confidence builder for Big Sugar. He has the stuff, right? Him and Luis May, who got called up again today. They have the stuff to do this. They have the stuff to be competitive players. and pitch in a major league team. It's just, you never know where the ball's going to go. Connor Phillips also involved in this conversation. But to see them just go out there and do what they did tonight is really nice to see. And then the other X factor is obviously Blake Dunn, because he has the game-winning hit and is playing a really nice right field for this team. I'm sure, TJ Friedl knows. He knows he hasn't produced enough. He knows that Dane Myers has produced better than him. He knows JJ Bleday was produced significantly better than him. He knows Brock Burke's been a better player than him. I mean, not Brock Burke. I mean, Blake Dunn. Brock Burke has been a better player for the Reds than TJ Friedl has this year, but you know what I mean. So I'm sure he gets it. And I don't think he can look at this right now. So Brock Burke, I did it again. I'm just so excited about this one. Blake Dunn goes out there and gets the victory for the Reds. But now we have a chance to take the series tomorrow as the Reds are victors against the Kansas City Royals, 4-3. The Reds have 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors. The Royals have 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors. Your winning pitcher tonight is Brock Burke. This time I actually meant to say it. He's now 2-2 with a 3.49 ERA. Your losing pitcher is John Schreiber. He is now 0-3. And this, obviously, that run does not count against his earned run average. And folks, tomorrow's Chase Burns Day. My favorite day, and every chance he's on the mound. Chase Burns takes the hill for the Reds at 7-1 with a 1.96 ERA. He'll be going against Stefan Kolik, who is 3-1 with a 3.48 earned run average. First pitch is at 7:10. And if you want to win a series, there's probably no better guy you want on the hill than Chase Burns right now. And I'm saying that in all of baseball. Put it on wax. But the Reds have a chance to win a series tomorrow. I will be here, and I can't wait to talk about it with you guys. Everyone, thank you so much for spending some time with me. What an unbelievable win for our Red Legs. Please be sure to stay tuned in for Jeff and Steve on Locked on Reds as well. I'm Tim Daniel. Have a great rest of your night. And like always, go Red Legs. I will see you tomorrow.